Hello and welcome back. So let's talk about our last flow control node. So let's go ahead and click on blueprints and open our level blueprint. And what we're going to talk about today is the gate and multi-gate node. So go ahead here, let's do our begin play and let's hook up the gate. So pull out of the execution pin and let go and write gate. And here you can see the gate and multi-gate node. So let's start out with the gate node. Okay, so what a gate node is simply you can imagine it as a gate in a castle. So you can close the gate and you can open the gate. And when the gate is open, you can execute some sort of code here. And if you close the gate, this code will not be executed. So this is the main principle of this node. So let me go ahead disconnect it here. Maybe I want to use a keyboard key instead. That would be easier. So let's use the E key instead. Okay, so when I press E, it should fire some sort of code. So we can fire this and just say hello for now. Okay, so if I click play and I go over here, click E, you can see that nothing happens. And this is because the gate starts closed. So if I quit, go back, and you can see here, it says start closed. And this is what it means. The gate is closed. I can't fire any of this code over here. So if I open it and I compile, click play and click E, you can see that I'm saying hello. And now the gate is open. Okay, so an example for using this is, for example, if the game is paused, you don't want to fire this code. This is one of the examples that you can use it. And there are multiple examples for when you want some certain code not to be executed anymore. So you can close the gate and you choose when to open it. So let me show you how to close and open the gates. Okay, so let's make a custom event. And this custom event is going to be called open gates. And let's do another custom event. And let's call this one close gates. So we have two custom events and let's hook them up in the open and close gate. And now let's have the R key. So this one is going to open the gate. So call the event. And when we press R, we're going to open the gate. And I could have done it like this, like connecting R to the open gate, and this would actually just open the gate when I press R, but I just want to show it to you with custom events, because when you play a game or when you develop a game, usually you don't have keyboard keys connected to these. You have custom events. So I'm going to connect the custom event instead. And what you want to do is just call the custom event for it to play this event. And let's make the T key the one that closes the gates. Okay, so now we have an open gate and closed gate. So let's compile and click play, and now the gate is open to begin with. When we press E, we can say hello. And if I press the T key, it will close the gate. And if I click E, nothing happens because the gate is closed. If I click R and click E again, the gate is open because I just opened it with the R key. So this is how you use the gate node. This is technically a gate. You can imagine a gate in real life, and you can close it and open it. And when it's open, you can fire this code that's over here in the exit execution pin. And if it's closed, this code over here in the exit execution pin will be ignored. And you can choose to start it closed or start open. And here you can toggle. So I can show it to you. Let's use the R key and connect it to the toggle. Right now it's going to be started open. I'm going to delete these custom events because we don't have them anymore. And I'm going to click play. So right now I can say hello. If I click R, I can't say hello anymore. If I click R again, I can say hello. So this one toggles whether you close or open the gate. So let's take a look at the multi-gate node. So if you write multi-gate, click on the node. This one looks a bit more different, but it's actually the same principle. So let's disconnect these. Let me actually delete this here so you don't get too confused. And now we can connect this to our E key event. Okay, so now we have different outputs. So for example, we have 4 different outputs. So you can see here we have several execution pins compared to the gate node. I can just place it up here so you can compare it. And with the multi-gate node, you can fire different code in a controlled manner. So here we can say hello 1, hello 2, hello 3, and let's have a 4th one and call it hello 4. And now we can connect these to the different pins. Okay, now let's click compile and play and see what happens. So if I click play and I click E, you can see here it says hello 1. If I click E again, it says hello 2, hello 3, and hello 4. Okay, so what happens here is when you click E and fire this multi-gate, it always fires the first one because you have this starting index. So on the starting index chooses where to start on these pins. So if you have written 2 and click play, it would say hello 3. So if I compile and click play and I click E, it will say hello 3. So this index chooses at what pin to start, and the default is -1, so it always starts from the beginning. So when you press E in a multi-gate, it always fires this code first. When you fire this multi-gate again, it knows that it already fired this 0 execution pin, so it will go to the 1 and fire this code after. Okay, and if you fire this multi-node again, it will fire the execution pin from the 2 and so on. And when it finally reaches number 3, it will stop the code. So let's try to compile and click play. And let's click E, hello 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you can see if I click E again, nothing will happen. So this is the multi-gate node. You will play all of the code. And after playing all of the code until the last execution pin, it will not work anymore. And to make it work again, like if you want to play the code again from the beginning, you have to tick this loop. This is what it means. It will loop the code again. So if you click play and click E, hello 1, 2, 3, 4, and if you click E again, it will start from the 1. So now you can loop your code. Okay, and the last one, this is self-explanatory, so is random. It will choose a random code from these execution pins. So if you click play and click E, you can see it chooses hello 4. If we click play again or click E again, it will choose hello 2 and so on. So it chooses a random execution pin from this code. And remember, if you don't have loop, it will not play this code again. You have to have loop in order for it to play again. Okay, so what you can do here, if you don't have any, if you don't have the loop and you want to reset the code, you can always, let's say you are playing it in order, and over here you want to reset, so you're actually going to play it again, and you want to control when you reset. So let's go over here in the R and let's make a custom event, and let's call it reset gator. Let's just call it reset gator. And hook it up to the reset. And over here in the R key, we are going to call reset gator, which is supposed to say gate. And let's compile. Okay, so now we can reset the gate. So let's click play, click E until the code is finished. And now there is no more. Now you can press R and the gate is reset and you can play the code again. So this is how you reset, and you want to reset whenever this code is finished, and you want to play the code inside of the multi-gate, whereas the gate only has 1 execution pin, and you can choose to open and close it, or you can choose to have a custom event that will toggle between close and open.